I want you to have some perspective, because it's really easy to say, well, my circumstances don't allow me to have the things you have. And maybe, okay, but I want you to
But
know,
this isn't the mission of why aren't you working hard enough to make $1 million business?
no,
I don't give two shits how much money your business makes. That's up to you. That's your business. I can help you reach the goals that you define, but
yeah,
you get to decide. This isn't some sort of like, well, just work hard and it will just work. It's being intentional about working through your circumstances, putting what is that like silly putty that you put in your hands that just like kind of oozes around your fingers? It's like goopy slime, whatever. My
yeah,
kid has it all the time. Every birthday party, she brings it home. And I'm like, who invented this and why is it in my house? But she has it and she plays with it for like a day. Picture your business as that slime in your hand. And as it goes around your finger and runs over here and shapes to the shape of your hand. And if you move your fingers, it moves. That's your business. That's what I'm asking you to build. This isn't just a permanent thing.
no, it's not a permanent structure. Like, can you build a permanent structure as a business? You can. I find that for most people, that requires that they become owner only and like remove themselves from the business, because more often than not, you're not going to in every season be able to function in a business that looks one way all the time. But if you want to build a business that has that flexibility, that is focused on life first, that allows you to prioritize the things that you want and need in your life, then you're going to build a business that allows you to continue to grow in spite of your circumstances, or maybe even because of your
Because
circumstances.
of them. How about
Um,
that?
because your circumstances often give you new perspective
Yeah.
on what isn't working for you in that season. And instead of using that to give up, let's think about how can we make reasonable accommodations for these
Yeah.
things that give us the space to be a healthy, whole human
I
being.
think my business every single time I have to go into the hot tub in the middle of the day because my insides are revolting.
Mhm.
I think my business every single time I have to sleep in a little bit because my brain and my body are so worn out. I think my business so much for shaping itself and evolving itself to serve me every single day.
Yeah. I built a business while recovering from a brain injury. I built a business while my parents were going through a horrible divorce, still are, still horrible. I built a business while being a full time caregiver for my 95-year-old grandmother that lives with us full time. I built a business while in the middle of moving, while renovating a house, while renovating a lot of a house. Well, I built a business because I wanted to honor that my life was more important. And that has absolutely meant a million and one things. It has meant some weeks I work 10 hours a week. It's meant sometimes I'm showing up full time and training a staff to really support me in seasons where I can't fully be there. It has meant some days that I'm working when I don't feel my best, but it also means I'm taking breaks to honor my body and give my time, my head space to heal. And I just, if I had said no, like every time I had a new circumstance, if I had said, you know what, I can't do it because of, instead of I'm going to build it because of, I just really think I wouldn't be where I am today. I definitely wouldn't be as financially stable. I definitely wouldn't be set up for retirement the way I am. I definitely wouldn't be living in the house I am, or with the current support system in my life. Those things wouldn't have existed because they weren't handed to me. And no one was like, "Oh no, here's a successful business and now you just run the thing." Or, "Here's a job, do the job." I built the job around what was happening. And so often, sure, we didn't we don't typically publicize, "I'm going through hard shit right now and I'm taking new clients because I'm going through hard shit." Like, okay, I'm not saying you have to be this new like transparent vulnerable version of yourself. If you want to be, there's definitely some benefits to being vulnerable with the people in your life and your audience and your potential clients, but more often than I think you realize, I showed up with a smile on my face and did what I needed to do, but it wasn't like trudging through it all the time.
No, no, no. And it wasn't about faking it either. It's about
No.
showing up for the thing that's also showing up for you.
Right.
It's a give take. The business gives if you give.
Yeah. So I want to just empower you that there is literally never ever gonna be a perfect time for any of this. I mean, all of you have something. You may not have the laundry list that I have or the same set of circumstances, but even if these were like mostly positive things, like you having kids in school or you having a spouse that works outside the home
You
or
being a parent in this still pandemic world.
right.
Hi, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, so it's not always like this detrimental circumstance. Sometimes it's just normal everyday things that do stand in your way. But like let's use them instead of like being in the way. Let's, be like that slime ball that like molds around it.
That's the visual I want you all to leave with. I'm picturing it as lime green. It's in the hand.
I just this isn't a cookie cutter approach. This isn't about powering through it. This isn't about, working and hustling and grinding it out.
Nope.
Cause I never did that.
No, never. Not once. Not a single moment.
If anything, it was, I need a day, I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
and and that has worked so incredibly well. And I just really genuinely do not see people talking about what it's like to build now, because starting now is the only time you have. Like the
That's
future,
it.
it's not coming. You're always going to be in the present. And so let's figure out, what does your business need to look like today for the season you're in today? And if you face a new circumstance in the future, then we'll make reasonable accommodations in the future. But
Great.
we can't keep making 75 plans and variations that may never come to fruition. And especially if you are, I'm not saying like a doomsday prepper, but like if you're
For
like,
your business.
if you're considering all the reasons why you can't and assuming all the reasons you're going to fail, then obviously you're gonna it's like driving and say, don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree. Like you can't operate that way.
No.
You have to be like, okay, I see and recognize the thing here. Here's what I'm going to do,
Yep.
and making the plan and doing it a day at a time, a baby step at a time. And I would love, Emily and I would love nothing else, if you're a service-based entrepreneur, if you're building, if you're like in this phase of burnout and you're like, damn, like I know there's got to be a way to make some accommodations in my business, to make better processes, to make better systems, to have a better support team surrounding me, whether that's actual physical humans on your team or just more support in your life to back yourself up when you're not working, or maybe when you are working and they're doing stuff for you. I, I want to partner with you on that. And I want to be there for you as someone who's been through it, going through it constantly. We want to support you. We want to invite you to be a part of the incubator, because there is no better time. You're going to continue to face new obstacles. And I want you to be on a path where you wake up 5 years from now and be like, damn, that is what I dreamt of. That is what I was working towards. And I make intentional steps every day. And sometimes I had to do a little pivot, a little dance, a little
Mhm.
jig in the middle.
Mhm. Little
Sure.
two-step.
Little two-step, left, right, left. Okay, got it. Yeah. Like you're gonna have to do that, but you can do it with support.
Yep.
And Team Boss Project is here to support you, and we are ready to support you because we want you to be successful. We want you to see opportunities, and we want to invite you to be a part of this movement. So if you're interested and you went through our virtual conference and you're ready, then send us a DM over at Boss Project. If you have not yet heard about the Incubator and you want to hear more about how you can build a business life first, then I encourage you to go to bossproject.com/incubator, I think. If for some reason that link doesn't work, send us a DM. And we will get you set up, because I want to see you inside. I want to support you through this. And I want you to know that we're here for you.